All right. Welcome to another episode of Casually Uncomfortable. Yeah. The year is moving and the year is grooving. This is the last episode of February. At least Monday episode because we got that Wednesday news edition. And that's crazy. We got one more month and the first quarter is done. Get ready. Get ready. Man, the world is fucked when, you go to the bathroom and there's someone next to you washing their hands and they get some paper towel and it's, one of the older styles where you got to actually use your finger and turn it to get the paper towel out, right? They get up to it. There's paper towel already hanging out. It's pre-toweled up. And you're next to each other and they use it and they finish washing their hands first. And then they pull on the paper towel. And first of all, it says pull with both hands. So you get even pressure and you pull the paper towel and it doesn't just rip like you're some kind of wild fucking animal. But you know what they do? They pull it with one hand. Or if they're cool, they'll pull it with both. And then extra paper towel doesn't drop out. Right? So now it's your turn to get paper towels and there is none. And they weren't even courteous enough to leave that little paper towel tip for you. It drives me crazy because I leave that. I am that courteous even for strangers in the bathroom. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing anything extra, okay? We ain't talking no crazy shit. But when I wash my hands and then I have to get paper towel, I make sure that there is a little paper towel for the next son of a bitch that comes through that's going to dry their hands. And a funny story, at work for probably a whole week, I'd been in the bathroom, not for the whole week, but I had gone to the bathroom every day at work. And at some point, someone was in the bathroom with me. And then we ended up washing our hands at the same time. Honestly, if someone is in the bathroom and they are about to wash their hands and I'm in the stall or the urinal, I'll stay there. It's kind of like when I say I don't like holding the door for people, I'll just pretend that I'm on my phone so I don't have to, worry about holding the door or them worrying about me getting to the door and you had to do that little trot to the door. You're like, oh, thank you. No, no, no. I don't even want to be bothered. So I will wait it out. I really will. Because I remember the week where I said, fuck it, I'm just going to wash my hands when someone else is there. And they never left any paper towel for me. And the last day of my work week, there was a guy and I said, hey, man, thanks. And he goes, for what? Like he was ready to fucking fight. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, I appreciate you leaving a little bit of paper towel for me so I don't have to, touch all over the side of that nasty thing. Because half the time, people put their doo-doo fingers all over it. And I'm not trying to be a part of that. So, I thanked the guy and he was like, okay. Yeah. Thanks. No problem. No problem. But yeah, man, like, that's how you know things are fucked. People are not even that courteous. And that's just something simple. That's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something that just drives me wild. Because as a person who's always been in food service, I'm always all about washing my hands. And if you don't know how long you're supposed to do it, 20 seconds up to the wrist, at least 20 seconds. Back, front, under the nails, in between the fingers, the tips, the sides, the tops, the bottoms. 20 seconds. They say sing happy birthday to yourself twice. And you should be good to go with clean hands. But you know how many times I've heard people just blowing the bathroom up, just shitting their souls out. And then the toilet flushes. And then the stall door opens. And then the next thing that you hear is the bathroom door opening. And I'm like, fuck. This is why I do not like shaking people's hands. You don't know if they've had their hands in their ass or on their dicks. You just don't know. It blows my mind because we are post-COVID and people are still nasty. So I don't know. That's why I said, like, the first episode of the year was, this is going to be the year of the fist bump. Because I can't. I'm not trying to get pink eye from just going to the bathroom. No, thank you. Not at all. Chuck is not that nasty. But, Chuck is nasty. You know what I'm saying.
It's time to get casually uncomfortable with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new episode of Casually Uncomfortable. And yeah, buddy, this year is going great. Things could be better, but everybody's going to say that. But I'm happy to be where I am because it could be a lot worse. But things are getting better. About to make some big changes in my life. And I am really, honestly, looking forward to them. And I hope that they all play out and in some way that how I want them to, and I imagine them to. So my plan is, by the end of the year, I am in a spectacular place. Great. So, where I'm just not stressing as much as I am. Because I'm telling you, the old Chuck Meister is stressed out. I am stressed the fluck out. And it can only get better. That's all I'm saying. One good thing is next week is my birthday week. So I can't wait for that. Next Friday is my birthday. I'm going to be 41. I am officially going to be all up in the 40s. So I'm, they say midlife is like 38, and I'm in it now. So the only thing to do at this point is to go skydiving and get myself a motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. Now, when I was younger, yeah, I wanted to go skydiving. Did I? No. Because I'm like, look, you hear too many stories. Oh, man, the descent was amazing, but as soon as I went to land, I fucked up, and now I can't bend my knee. So I'm like, all right, I think that's not really my thing. I've already had 4 surgeries on my legs. I don't need any more because when I had my first surgery, my first, four surgeries, I was I was 16, and that took 8 months for me to heal. And I'm telling you now, it would probably take a full year, a full 12 months to recover. Like shit just changes, I'm getting older. So I've thrown skydiving out the window. No pun intended. So that's not on my list anymore. And then the other thing that's not on my list is getting a motorcycle. Because since I've been driving since I was 18, and I'm so glad that I did not get a driver's license at 16 when I could have. I got it a little bit later. I learned, honestly, from my grandmother who didn't get her license till much later in life. So she was a very, very cautious driver. And she always told me, hey, listen, you're not driving just for yourself. You're driving for everybody else out there. And I was like, what are you talking about, Grandma? What do you mean? And now I understand it. Because if you look at the way these people drive now, it's unbelievable. They don't care. Like just the other day, I think it was Saturday. Friday, Saturday, I don't know. One of the days it was raining. And I'm doing the speed limit and I look in my rear view mirror and this guy is on my ass. And when I say they were on my ass, I could not see their headlights. So if anything happened and I had to even fucking tap the brakes, they're going to shoot over my car like a fucking Mission Impossible movie. And I hate that. So what I do is, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but I don't hit the gas anymore. I let off of the gas and motherfucker, I will coast to a stop. And then if you want to get out, let me tell you right now, just don't fucking get out of your car. That's not the move. I don't know what you have. You don't know what I have, but it's a safety thing. And I'll just fucking hit you. Like, don't get out of my car trying to beat on the door or the fucking windshield or, try and tell me something. No. We don't need that big bad bullshit. Because I'll fucking, don't play with me. I'm telling you. But yeah, I just definitely don't want a motorcycle. A friend of mine has one and he was telling me the other day he wanted to cuss out an old lady because she didn't even know what the fuck she was doing on the road. Listen, once you get a certain age, you should have to get a driving test every single year. Not every few years. You need every single year. Because sometimes these old people just go downhill quick. And you don't want them on the road. Not at all. So that's how I feel about that. That they listen. Because if I had a motorcycle, I'm telling you, you ever play the game or heard of the game Road Rash? Where you just fight with someone else on a motorcycle? That was the game. That was what, 90s? You're riding on a it was an arcade game. You ride on a road and then you got like maybe 2 players. I don't know if it was 3 players, but I know it was definitely 2 players. And you had whips and you could kick the other bike over and you could punch and you tried to win the race that way. And that's what I would probably be doing. I would be suited up like Iron Man and just ready to fucking rock and roll. I can't even believe that I actually wanted to get on a motorcycle. But I'd have probably had it for maybe a couple of years and then been like, oh no, get this son of a bitch away from me. And once I get things squared away this year and life starts getting better because of my career change, I'm telling you right now, I unfortunately am going to be one of them son of a bitches that are going to get one of those big trucks, but I'm not going to drive like an asshole. That thing is going to be souped up. It's going to have one of those fucking grills on the front, the big bars. I'll have those on the front and the back. And I might even get the whole thing rhino lined. What they put in the back of truck beds so you don't scuff them up. It's like gritty. I'll get the whole damn truck rhino lined. I don't even care. That sounds great. I know some people that can do it. But I don't want to have to worry about, oh, you scratched my car. Because a rhino lined car, if they even touch your car, it's probably going to fuck their paint job up. And I'm all for it. Back up, bitch. Back up. And that reminds me of a story that I found that I'll talk about it more on Wednesday because it was a news article that I found. But yeah, yeah. Don't want to do half the things anymore. No skydiving, no motorcycles. Unnecessary risks. Chuck ain't taking them anymore. So my iPhone needed an update. That son of a bitch always needs an update. It actually needs another update as we speak, and I just haven't done it. And what pissed me off was I had auto updates turned off on my iPhone. And I wake up the next one morning and it said, oh, your update is completed. And I said, what the fuck? I didn't authorize an iPhone update. But it did. And for the next few days, my phone heated up anytime that I charged it. And I thought that bitch was about to blow up. And I had to Google it. I'm like, listen, I just updated my phone and this bitch keeps overheating. And like it tells you, hey, it's not going to keep charging because the phone is too damn hot. And I'm like, no. So I had to Google it and I found some things out. Yes, some of the updates, when they do that, it draws more power because it's trying to level things out. And I'm like, dude, I never had these problems with Androids. I think once I get this phone paid off, because I got it through my phone company, and all they did was, add a couple bucks to my phone line each year. I mean, each month. And shit, I've already had my vehicle for a year, which is crazy just to think about. That was January. But I know I've had my phone for at least 2, potentially 3. No, at least 2. And it's time to be done, I think, with iPhone. I don't know. Maybe not 100%. I've gotten used to it. But just dumb shit. Oh, it's too hot. Especially in the summertime, I've had it happen once. Like it was so hot outside and I went to charge it and it won't charge. Oh no, it didn't. It wasn't charging. It was the phone isn't going to work properly and it's going to stay off until the phone cools down. I'm like, what? I didn't pay for this. I didn't pay for waiting for the phone to cool down. Android never had those problems. Oh, I got to wait for it to cool down. It's too hot. What the fuck? I'm just trying to use my phone. What if it was an emergency? Then now, you got to wait. Fuck your emergency. We'll see you in a few minutes. Oh, man. I don't even know. And it doesn't happen all the time. But it does happen when I'm already in a fucking mood. It just pops up. Hey, I'm too hot. Too hot to handle. Bitch just shuts down. The screen fades to black. And I'm like, dude, I just needed to check something out funny. Keep my day going. So I don't know. I probably got another year with the paying a phone off because it's an iPhone, so it's fucking like $1,000. I don't know. Well, we'll see. It blows my mind that is a thing that can be happening right now. Like what? So this past week was kind of all about trial and error and just getting things better to make my life better. I did a lot of studying for my tests that I need to take. I played a lot less games. I honestly played games maybe 3 times, uh, and that's not a lot. That's not a lot because I've slowly backed away from games because yeah, they're nice and everything, but the boys ain't playing games anymore. My dudes, they got other shit going on, so I don't really have any anybody to play games with, and the people that play games now are just sweaty as hell, and it's not even fun. It's not. So I've been doing a lot less gaming. Um, Something I've been doing is I talked about it last week. Eating the same meal. I did that. I did that fairly well for the week. I did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had wings and salad. And Thursday, I fucked up. I had some Jimmy John's and they didn't put enough mayonnaise. Here we go again with not putting enough fucking mayonnaise on my sandwich. But it was my fault. I typed easy sauce and they really fucking went easy, and it was kind of, the sandwich was dry. It wasn't what I wanted. So uh, if I do another if I do get another sandwich, I'll make sure to put the regular amount of mayonnaise on that bitch. But again, I need to make sure this week is better than last week. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I need to be making sure that I make the food that I eat. So that's it. Uh, Another thing that I did, I had a couple birthday I went to, and kind of last week kept the whole drinking alcohol thing going. So this week I need to cut it back. There's no reason to. The next time that I need to drink, well, not even need to, but I should be drinking is my birthday, probably that weekend, or I might even save it for the week after my birthday because a group of us are planning to go to a St. Patrick's Day beer fest. And this will be the 3rd year that I've gone to the beer fest. And you get a cup. You get a reusable cup. Because when you go there, this is the best thing ever. You go there and there's probably like, 80 vendors, and you go to each one and they have like 3 different beers, and you go, hey, let me try that, and they give you like a little 1 ounce pour, and you can keep going back, or you can just keep walking around and get some beer here, get some beer there, and they're little collectible cups. So I got 2 from the last 2 years, and this will be my 3rd consecutive year, and I think to bring in uh, the daylight savings time and the summertime, that's my thing. That's my thing. Start the summer out with a beer fest, and then this year I definitely want to do another vacation, maybe June, July, something like that, and then fuck it, get ready for the holidays because they start doing holiday stuff earlier and earlier. You'll start yeah, you'll start seeing Christmas shit in June. They'll be like, it's half Christmas. But yeah, it's all about trial and error, and I'm trying and I'm erroring and I'm seeing what's right and what's wrong. So yeah, it's been a good time. It's been a good week. I it was nice not wasting money at different stores when I could just take 10 minutes, and that's what everybody needs to do. Hey, I want to go eat something, right? You go to the grocery store and you walk through the store, you're getting some steps in, you find what you need, you pay your money, which is definitely going to be cheaper in the long run, then you just enjoy your food. You make it, you learn a little more about yourself. You're like, oh, I like this. I don't like this. This is delicious, but maybe if I get it next time, I'll try this. And then you live life happier. Cuz I got a cheesesteak place where you get fries, you get a whole cheesesteak and a drink, and it's $21. Now, I guarantee you, if I said, let me do cheesesteaks at home, it would probably be about the same, but then I would be able to make cheesesteaks for at least 2 days more. And I'm not talking about steakums, because I've gotten cheesesteaks, like I've gotten the steak and I've put it in the freezer and let it firm up. And then I got my sharp knife, because I keep my knives razor sharp, baby. And then I cut the meat real thin, and then I, saute it up in a pan and do it that way. And I'm telling you, toast the bun, lettuce, mayo, I like pepper jack. Give me some pepper jack cheese on my cheese steak, and I'm good to go. And then I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll make a half one tomorrow. Or you save it for, 2 days down the road. Whatever. But I'm glad I didn't get crazy this week. Because, I'm getting too old to be eating the bullshit food anymore. It's too much. It's too damn much. So it's time to make those changes, and a lot of trial, a lot of error, and it's been good so far. So I just want to make it even better this week. And to be honest, I really wish it was pre-COVID, because I miss the people that I hung out with, I talked to, and all of that. It doesn't happen. Everybody is fucking struggling right now. It's sad. People got 2 and 3 jobs and they just work. They don't talk. They barely sleep. They barely eat. And they just fucking work. And it's rough. Like, I remember at the end of work, we would all just hang out, have a couple drinks, decompress before we went home and lived our lives. Now, nobody does that. Everybody's like, hey, the shift's over. Bye. Peace out. Shit, sometimes they don't even say bye. They just get the fuck out. The prices were nice. Everybody was bitching about prices then. Look at them now. Damn. This shit's crazy. So I just miss it, but it'll never go back. Yeah, ever. Go back. Everything is in a whole new bracket. Something that half of us just can't even fathom at this point. Everything has gone up at least $2 to $3. Look at the Dollar Tree. It's not even a fucking Dollar Tree anymore. It's a $1.25 tree. And that's how you know shit is wild. And when that I remember when that happened, people lost their mind. Oh, you can't buy nothing for $1 anymore. They would just go crazy. 25 cents more. And now it's not even just that. They got shit in. I went in there. What did I get? I like to get toothpaste from the Dollar Tree because they still have big ass tubes of toothpaste for $1. I mean, $1.25. I don't give a shit. But they're big ass tubes. And they also have firm toothbrushes. I prefer, personally, a firm toothbrush. Not a soft, not a medium, but a firm toothbrush. And I can't find any good ones at, any other stores. But the Dollar Tree, hell yeah. And I'll usually get like 2, maybe 3 at a time. Fuck it. It's $1.25. So it's just crazy. Oh, and what I was saying was I've seen things in there for like $5. It might be a little something nicer, but there's shit in there for $5. It's not even just $1.25 anymore. So you got to really look. Shrinkflation, that's real. Because what I've noticed, especially during the holidays, is I still had some wrapping paper from a couple years ago. I like to switch it up, and I like to get some weird wrapping paper for the holidays that's just going to really be different. And I can usually find it at the dollar store. Well, this past year, I went to the Dollar Tree, and they fucking cut back so much on the amount of wrapping paper you got. You could barely wrap a large box. And then as soon as I got home, I looked at the other roll of wrapping paper and I was like, wow, this is from the same store a couple years ago. And it's wild. I have my closet door where I have my wrapping paper, and I'm looking at it right now. And I one year, a few years ago, I got some bright ass orange wrapping paper because, like I said, I want different wrapping paper. I don't want, if it's like Christmas, I don't want just Christmas wrapping paper. And if it is Christmas wrapping paper, I want some cool shit. I want you to know Chuck got that for you. You know what I'm saying? Who got that? Chuck got that. That's some Chuck right there. So, but yeah, nothing is, it's different. Everything's changed. It's so wild. It's so wild. But this year is going to be a good year, full of positive changes. And I'm ready for it. And I hope you have some positive changes in your life that you want to make happen. So go out and make that shit happen. And I'm going to do that. And you're going to do that. And it's going to be a great, happy ass year. You hear me? We're going to have a good time no matter what. We're going to have a good time. But I think I'm going to get out of here. Because as always, I got to get to work. Make that shit happen, baby. So yeah, I'm going to cut on out of here. So we're going to go ahead and hit that music. And then I'm going to say, don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. I post it, I rant, I have fun, talk about all kinds of stuff. So join me all over the place. All right? I'll see you Wednesday. We'll talk about the news. We'll get into some wild shit because it's wild out there. So, don't be a piece of shit. I'll talk to you later. Peace.